Hey, how are you doing? It's Brian Bliss. And today I read a really interesting article in CopyBlogger where they talk about the power of focused generosity. And if you know me, you know this topic and this mindset is near and dear to my heart. I have some finer distinctions and have done a fair amount of thinking and research on the subject, and just wanted to add a little bit to the discussion. See if you can, I hope you get some value out of this. Now, they talk about being generous as a way of building trust, creating a psychological feeling of reciprocity, and building relationships with your customers. And that's great and that's true, but a lot of people still miss the mark when they try to market with generosity. So the real specifics I like to coach people on is how you need to think about really what the meaning of the word generosity is. It's more than getting, say, a little gift, a pen and paper set, or out of the blue a coffee mug probably wouldn't be a great gift. There's a lot of businesses out there that have all of these opportunities to just buy loads of logo emblazoned plastic crap and send these out indiscriminately, or buy one type of product to give to all of their customers. If the mismatch, if there's a mismatch there, it's not perceived on the part of the receiver as a really impactful gesture of generosity. So think about the generosity, and the ways that I like to phrase it is generosity is a much more impactful word, and the way that you can express it, you can do so in 4 different ways. You want it to be educational, empowering, entertaining, or inspiring. And if you're giving something of that kind of value, if you're giving something where it's received and people really learn something, they've solved a problem, they've been empowered to move ahead on their own, and you can share your knowledge, your wisdom, your power, that is an impactful form of generosity. Now, the other element of marketing with generosity is it has to be, there's a middle ground. Too little seems like a cheap trinket, and too much, actually, on the other hand, also has negative effects. People can, if your gift is too large, it sets up an internal psychological resistance, wondering, uh-oh, what am I getting in for? This seems too good to be true. If there's too much of a mismatch, people will become skeptical, reluctant, resistant, and feel like there's a sense of being trapped. There are a couple of scientific and case study examples that I've studied about this, and really specifically, the best way to think about it is you want it to be really just enough to be super empowering, inspiring, something that somebody's going to value, remember, be emotionally touched by it, but as well, and have the feeling like, wow, this is so cool, I wish I could share this with somebody else. So that type of mindset really empowers a whole viral sharing if you've got digital materials to share with people, a tutorial video or an ebook. But if it's just way too great a good deal, people can get their back up and the psychology kicks in. Maybe I should look a little bit closer, maybe I should be more heavy on the scrutiny here, and maybe it's not worth the risk, and some people simply just click away if the gift appears too much bigger than the motivation. So I hope that helps. I hope it puts a little finer tune on it. You want it to be emotional, educational, empowering, or entertaining, and not too little, not too cheap, and not too big, not too scary. Right in there. Thanks a lot. I'm Brian.